Hello, 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 and welcome back to the What We Said podcast. This set really is amazing.
Devouring.
It is devouring, and it left no crumbs. It slays. What else can we say?
I don't know what the our episode hasn't come out yet, so we don't know what the feedback has been. But hopefully it's good.
That will drastically change our mood.
Yeah. We're like, next episode, we're like, actually, never mind. We're sad again. No, I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a chatty, fun mood. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be in this set podcasting with you on this gorgeous day.
Wow, same.
Good energy.
We're going to talk about gift giving today. We're going to do like gift giving 101. And it's just cozy. You're looking very festive.
Oh, thank you. So
cute.
are you.
Am I looking festive?
I think
the turtleneck really does, like, it's just holiday.
It is.
We're giving 90s holiday.
Okay, I love
and
it.
you'll only know that if you watch our YouTube.
Yeah, I love the fit. It's very Thanksgiving fall-esque. I'm maybe giving more holiday Christmas. I don't know, but we're a good mix.
Yeah.
I tried this exact outfit on with a different sweater today, and it was hideoso. And I'm like, wow, it's just crazy how a different cut of a different sweater will really change the game.
Yeah.
So
people don't realize how I'm like, as if I'm the only one. I'm like, people don't realize how important it is. But silhouette of clothing is everything. Mm-hmm. Forget color, forget texture. Honestly, silhouette is everything.
So true.
Like how a t-shirt, like that is what makes a t-shirt good. Is
the structure of it.
Yeah, like a classic white t-shirt. It's so hard to find the right silhouette. And not everyone likes the same silhouette because your body is different, you know?
Depends on your body type as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where it
100%.
crops, where it puffs out, you know.
Yeah.
An interesting silhouette is very cool and interesting and makes your outfit very elevated. But
definitely.
Anyways.
Yeah. I'm feeling festive. I'm excited. We're going to kind of give some gift ideas, some things we love, some things we think are important to think about.
Don't worry. This isn't going to be, the gift giving episodes that you guys vetoed a while ago of the, going through our tongue scraper and our whatever.
Yeah. We're not doing that. We're switching it up a little bit, hopefully.
We're all about vibes now.
That's right.
And you can find our links on our shop, May.
True, though. We will mention some things, and you can shop it on our Shop My, as well as our outfits that we're wearing and stuff. It's a nice little hub that we have.
Yeah.
What's new? How's life and how's the mold?
The mold is supposedly gone. They came, they ripped the ceiling off, they got rid of it somehow. I don't really know. And then they put the wall back on. And today they're like cleaning up our bathroom. It's kind of been annoying because my bathroom has been out of use for like almost a week now.
The way that I feel that on a deep level. The workers in the house all day, every day.
I know.
They were at my house all morning today.
Yeah.
And it's like, it really does. Obviously, so grateful to have them working there, but you're also just like, you can't use certain parts of your house. And
you don't realize how much you use that part of your house. But I think he should be done today or tomorrow. And then I saw TikTok come up on my For You page right after they were done. I was like, I feel so much better already. It smells better in that room already.
That's good.
Like a little less musty. Mm-hmm. And they put a fan in there.
Nice.
But then this TikTok was like, 80% of mold remediation fails.
Cool.
And it comes back. I'm like, please. I've been going down the mold rabbit hole of like, sicknesses that come with the mold, certain reactions, certain people who have different reactions to mold because of their immune system and different. I actually was going to maybe talk to your mom about that.
The mold thing with the hives and stuff. Oh, you guys, my mom is she's still dealing with the chronic hives. It's been almost a year. That's really super frustrating.
No, that is insanely frustrating.
She is kind of just like at her wit's end with it. Like, just like literally what else am I supposed to do? Because she doesn't have allergies really. Like, she's never been like me, my brother, all of us have allergies, but she's never had, that type of reaction to anything. And then just randomly about a year ago, she just started getting chronic hives, like really bad all over her body, super itchy, super uncomfortable. And it's been going on for, almost a year now. And they're still, so she gets this shot. I should probably ask her if she's okay with me sharing this. But the reason I'm sharing is because like I always like getting information if people also deal with hives, like any sort of advice for her. I'm always trying to like curate or like accumulate advice so I can give it to her. But anyway, she gets this like allergy shot once a month, maybe even twice at this point, that's like supposed to basically just, it's kind of like people's last resort where it's just like, okay, I'm going to get this intense shot because like I cannot deal with this anymore. And even that doesn't like keep them away.
Really?
They'll go away for like a week and then they're just back again. And she's like, I'm literally just, I can't. Like, this is so frustrating.
So there was one thing that I saw, and again, she might have looked into it. So Jolie, if you're like, I've heard this all before, you know, I had never heard of this. It's called CIRS. That's like because I think it's
acronym?
Chronic Inflammatory Response Syndrome or something. And a lot of times you get it from exposure to mold. But it's basically like when you have mold symptoms, but even when you go away from mold.
Because that's what I was going to say. Because when she leaves her house, like she still has that.
Yeah.
Anytime she travels.
This is what that is. It's like this girl that someone commented on my on my Instagram about this. They're like, my dad's like a homeopathic doctor, and he's researching this. Like, you should look into it. And I looked into it. I don't think that's what I have because I actually get better when I leave mold.
Yeah.
AKA my home, my safe space. But she was talking about her house and how, anyway, she has this syndrome and it is like rashy skin, like a bunch of different things. And I was thinking of your mom. I was like, oh, maybe because you said that when you were younger, like you guys did have mold. Maybe it's basically like you were exposed and then now you're
having
these symptoms. I don't know. It's always so hard to find like, now what do you do about it? But she gives a lot. Jilly, let me know and I'll send you this girl's page.
You should.
As a last resort.
My mom has a hunch that it's her hormones because a lot of women like around her age, this starts to happen to them. Because of hormonal shifts.
Yeah.
And so because she has like hot flashes and stuff as well. So she's like, I really think it's all related. So she has an appointment with a doctor or like a hormone specialist, and she's gotten her hormones checked before, but she's going to like a really like a specific a specialist in this specific thing. But it's that thing that we talked about where it's like, okay, the first appointment is in 5 months.
Yeah.
So she literally booked the appointment months ago and it's like in December.
Oh, that's nice.
So she is going to go to that. And I really hope that will give her some sort of
clarity
or like information or help or like a supplement or something that can help with it. But it is so, I just always feel so bad. Like, it's so miserable.
Especially if you have something that's so unique and no one has a clear answer, not even Google. And it's just like these obscure things. That's why I brought it up. This syndrome feels like she was saying I had to advocate for myself with my doctor and be like, I think I have this, and then did testing, and you have to ask for the testing to find it out. So there was also another, I don't think I have that, but there's also something else. Update, health and wellness update it's called histamine intolerant, and then to remedy it or to help you go on a low histamine diet. Basically, histamine is like,
here's the thing. Are you going on the diet? Because I'm joining you.
Really? Have you been feeling?
I just have issues. You know, I actually had hives for a while, for almost a year.
Yeah.
They weren't the same as my mom's, so I don't even like to compare it because they were not nearly as bad. It was only like it would be, my skin would get itchy, and then when I would scratch, it would be raised. Yeah. They weren't like welts. Well, it kind of was. It was like a raised thing. But anyway, I always feel like I just have like histamine issues as well. Yeah. I just have super bad allergies.
Yes. And that's what it is. There's like random things. It came up on my TikTok. Thank goodness. The one time it sent me something happy and helpful. Well, wasn't necessarily happy, but I was like, I have all of those weird things where it was like dizziness and vertigo randomly. Like I'll tell them like, I'm feeling kind of like dizzy almost. What are the other ones that?
Well, what's the low histamine diet? Like, what is that?
So
like,
that's the other thing.
Water.
It's literally nothing. That's
kidding.
The other thing is that it's like low histamine foods. I'm like, okay. And what is that? Like, can you give us examples? Like, don't eat this, don't eat this. I'm like, and what can you eat?
Yeah.
Okay, I just know it's like no chocolate, no sugar, no I think no gluten, but they're also like, it's different for everyone. So
goodbye.
People eat a lot of potatoes. They eat a lot of
TBT to your first scandal when everyone thought that you said you should only live off potatoes for the rest of your life.
Literally said not to trust me. I'm like, that was crazy. Literally. Also, what was I saying? Like, I think I read that in one place. Like that was before misinformation really was taking a storm on social media. That was the beginning of it.
Well,
where it was like one expert would say, I
you were kind of trying to make the point potatoes are good for you.
They are very nutrient dense.
Yes, it's not an enemy. Like you were trying to be positive of like, girls, we can eat potatoes. Like it's not it's a carb, but you know what I mean? It's like.
Yeah, I was saying it's like one of the, I can't remember now. This was back when I knew stuff about food and I actually cooked, and that seemed like a different person. Basically, it's super nutrient dense. It has a lot of things that you need. Complete protein, maybe. I don't remember. My brain is literally mush right now. I was just saying I need electric shock therapy to like make my brain work, and that's probably why I need to go on a low histamine diet. But I was basically just saying you could technically survive off of only potatoes.
Yes, that's what I said.
And then people literally, someone reposted was like, "Do not listen to this health coach. She is so wrong. Like she's telling you you could just live off potatoes. Like she's encouraging disordered eating." I'm like, I'm tired. And I quit. That's probably what pushed me over the edge. I'm like, I can't. But anyways, I'm like, that is the low histamine diet. We will be living off potatoes. But
catch us tomorrow eating potatoes.
It's super, honestly, it's very similar. What it was reminding me of when you have acid reflux. Okay. You can't eat like super acidic food. You can't eat leftovers. That's the thing that like things left in the fridge. You have to eat really fresh food.
You know what? Well, that won't be a problem for me. I don't make food and I don't have leftovers. So,
but even I feel like if you
order food,
or have something like left in the fridge that you make something with, like I'm trying to think of, like if you get chicken, like a rotisserie chicken, it's not like you can eat it the next day or something like that.
Okay,
it's like you have to eat things that are frozen and then immediately eat them, or like fish, it has to be caught. Literally, I'm like, you have to catch it.
Sorry,
it has to be frozen like right after it's caught. Or if you're going to eat it fresh, it's got to be,
Do you know, speaking of misinformation, do you know that Pasha?
No, yes, I know. I'm so sorry. Sasha and Pasha. I'm so sorry. You know why I thought that? Is because
say what it is so people remember.
They're not brothers. I think people probably knew. I don't know why I
From
thought
Dancing with the Stars. Chelsey, we were talking about the lore of Dancing with the Stars, how I'm like getting into it, and Chelsea's like, yeah, Sasha and Pasha are brothers, like blah blah blah, and they're married to whatever. And anyway, people were like, that is not true at all. They're not brothers, and I was dying laughing. I'm like,
but also they kind of look like brothers. They look like they could be like cousins or something. Like they have like the same kind of
matching names.
And I knew brothers that went to our high school that had very similar names, and they were brothers. It was like Pasha and I can't remember. Don't tell me it was Sasha. It wasn't Sasha, but one of them was Pasha, and the other one was like, gosh, I can't remember. But it was
giving that vibe.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, that must just be a thing.
Yeah.
So I'm very sorry. I did see a TikTok that said they were brothers. That's why. It was like, is her name Danielle?
Daniela,
the dancer, the one that's married to.
I think it's Daniela,
and she was married to Pasha.
I honestly don't know what the lore. You were the one educating me, but apparently it was incorrect.
Well, now I'm second guessing everything, but it was like there for her brother-in-law, or like said something like that. So
interesting.
Like, Anyways,
well, apparently that's not true. That was killing me.
Everyone just took it and run with it. They're like, I was telling all my friends.
This girl DM'd, she goes, I got ripped to shreds because I told everyone, did you guys know they're actually brothers? And everyone's like, no, they're not.
I'm dying at that. I'm always looking for fun ways to spice up my water routine and stay hydrated, especially just being postpartum and breastfeeding. I just find myself very depleted sometimes. And sometimes it'll be halfway through the day, or I hate to say even further along in the day, and I realize I've not drinking an ounce of water. And something that helps me really stay hydrated is something that adds a little
oomph.
Yeah, a little oomph to my water that tastes good, has a little flavor to it, gives a little kick, and is fun and exciting to drink. So I recently tried the Gatorade Hydration Booster. Nick has also been loving this as well. They're just little packets packed with essential vitamins backed by Gatorade's superior science experts. They have no artificial flavors, sweeteners, or added color. You just add them to your water, shake it up, and you're good to go. The electrolyte levels are suitable for all day, so you can be sipping and help you get through your busy day.
The Hydration Booster has an advanced blend of electrolytes from watermelon, sea salt, and other sodium and potassium salts. It contains 30 calories and 5 grams of sugar versus Liquid IV, which contains 45 calories and 11 grams of sugar. A lot of times with electrolyte products, I really like adding electrolytes to my water. I feel like, again, it's kind of just a nice way to get a different flavor in and still stay hydrated. But I also find myself just feeling a lot more energized and hydrated throughout the day when I do add electrolytes. And sometimes a lot of these brands contain so much sodium in order to get that. So I like that this has nearly half the amount of sodium compared to their top competitors. It's nice to feel like you can get a little extra hydration in there throughout your day without just having a ton of sugar and sodium and all of that. So put your water to work with Gatorade Hydration Booster. Go check it out.
We're going to jump into an ad to talk about Quince. You guys, it's officially cozy season. It's here. And if the early morning chill wasn't enough to make me want to stay in bed, my new bedding from Quince keeps me extra warm and extra comfy. It's also beautiful and just gives such an elevated vibe to your bedroom. If you are looking for new sheets this season, or you're wanting to gift someone sheets or anything, or put it on your Christmas list, Quince has the best new sheets. They're so soft, so luxurious. They use high quality materials like European linen and organic cotton to give that 5-star hotel feel. They also have ultra plush duvets. They have quilts, pillows, shams. Quince has everything you need to level up your bed, to dress your bed, as they say.
The best part is that, like Quince's clothing, their bedding is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. And that is possible because Quince cuts out the cost of the middleman. They partner directly with top companies and pass the savings on to us. I just ordered this really cute gingham bedding for our guest room. I showed it in one of my recent vlogs. It's so cute. It's kind of like a tannish brown and a cream color gingham. And it's so cute. It's linen. I have fallen in love with linen bedding. And something that I love about the fabric is that it just gets softer and softer with time. So the more you wash it and the more you use it, it just continues to get softer and cozier. Quince also only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, which we absolutely love. Quince has so many great things, you guys. Bedding, also really nice sweaters, and just a ton of stuff. So turn up the luxury when you turn in with Quince. Go to quince.com/WWS to get free shipping and 365-day returns on your next order. That is QUINCE.com/WWS for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/WWS. Go check it out. I saw Heretic.
Oh, yeah.
And guys, I want to give my thoughts on it, but there's a lot to unpack. First of all, number one, I don't want to give necessarily spoilers. And I feel like a lot of what I would have to say would be spoilers. So I'm trying to figure out if I should just give a warning that I'm going to give spoilers or if I shouldn't, because you might want to see it. So I don't want to also give you spoilers.
But I don't have any plans at this point. So I would hate to be like, no, don't. And then I don't see it. And then it's like, well.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let me just say I'll give light spoilers. I'm not going to recap the whole movie by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just going to give a few thoughts of what I thought. So Heretic is a new movie that came out in theaters, and it's a horror film about two Mormon missionaries, girl Mormon missionaries, who basically go up to this guy's house who has said he wants to learn more about the church. They knock on his door. Yes, he called the church and was like, I want missionaries sent to my house. They go to his door. He invites them in, and basically he's the scariest guy ever and like traps them in his house, and it's a horror film. I would say the first half leans a lot more just thriller, psychological thriller, and then it kind of gets into a horror element like second half of the movie, which honestly I kind of wish it didn't.
I'm feeling scared already.
You're scared?
I'm like, you're bringing bad energy.
Okay. I know, in our cozy gift giving episode, I'm sorry, but I do feel as though I need to talk about this because it is just a crazy. First of all, I think that the movie is really well done. It was a great movie. You guys know, I protect my energy. I hate scary movies at this point. I do not watch anything scary at all, but I was hearing such good things about this. Obviously, I'm very interested in the subject matter, so I decided to go and see it. And ultimately, I'm glad I did because I thought it was really good and it was super thought-provoking. So let me just say the first little thing is that as Mormon missionaries, if you are if you're a sister missionary, you're not allowed to like teach a man the gospel or go into a guy's house. Like they have to have a woman present there to do that. For safety and just obviously it's like you don't want to be alone with a guy in a house, two young girls. And so at the beginning when they had gone to his house, they knocked on the door and they're like, oh, do you have a female roommate? Do you live with a woman? And he's like, oh, my wife. Yeah. My wife's just in here. Do you guys like blueberry pie? Like, she's making pie. And they're like, oh, perfect. Yeah. And so they walk in, and something that I liked about the movie is that they're not portrayed. You know how in a lot of horror movies, you're just like, okay, you're making the dumbest choices, and it kind of ruins the movie because it's like, why the heck did you go in the house? Why did you take that turn? Why did you do that? Like, we could have avoided all of this.
Yeah.
I liked this movie because I think what makes it so just like, you're on edge is because
I have chills.
It seems realistic. It's like these women are not portrayed as like dumb, naive, innocent girls. They're intelligent. They're capable. They think that there's a woman in there. He's super charismatic and like seems charming and like nice. And so it makes sense why they got themselves into this situation. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like in a lot of horror movies, it's just like, okay, really?
Yeah.
Like, why did you? Also, I liked that they didn't happen upon his house. It was like he called them. Yeah. So it all just made a little more sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, for sure.
But the first inkling of they get in there and then he's like, oh yeah, my wife's in the other room, like making pie, whatever. And then he leaves the room and there's a candle on the coffee table and she turns it around, one of the sisters, and it says blueberry pie on it. And she's like,
so scary.
Oh. And that's kind of when they start getting like a weird feeling. And this is, again, it's like right when they get a weird feeling, they try to leave. Like he goes in the other room and she's like, she talks to the other sister. She's like, we gotta go. Like, I'm feeling like this is not good. And the sister's like, yeah, I agree. So she's like, I'm going to fake a call and then we'll just like, oh, we have to go. And basically they do that. And then she's like, and then they try and open the door and it's locked and it like literally will not budge. And they're like, oh, sorry, can you help us with the door? And he's like, oh, those don't open anymore. Like it's on a timer and I can't open it till the morning. And she's like, what? And then it just starts getting like creepier and creepier. But till the morning? Yeah. And she's like, well, that's really unusual. Like, why? Like, we need to go. We just got a call. And he's like, you don't have to make up stories. Like, I know you didn't get a call or whatever. And she's like, no, yeah, I did. Like, our mission president called. And he's like, I told you that the house is basically like full of metal. He's like, your phone doesn't get signal here. So I know you lied. Like, you don't have to lie. He's like, you're welcome to go through the back door, but like, you don't have to lie about it. And it's just like, like the whole time you're just so creeped out.
Also,
anyway,
I love Hugh Grant.
I love him too. Even though he was terrifying. Yeah. Anyway, now I'm recapping the whole thing, but it's just, you feel so eerie watching it. And it's like kind of realistic in a lot of ways. And the thing that I liked about it is that it's subliminally, is that even the word? Metaphorically, I guess, about faith deconstruction, I would say, is kind of the theme, the underlying theme of it. And it's super thought-provoking. And what I really liked about it is that it's not anti-religion and it's not pro-religion. It really like leaves it up to you to kind of, it almost shows both sides of how like it can be beautiful to have faith in something and believe in something. And then it shows like the other side of how, you know, religion can be very controlling. And it's like showing both these things. And it's really interesting. And there's a lot of, like kind of metaphors, I would say, throughout it. And the whole point of him trapping them in there is he's like questioning them about their faith, being like, well, you know, bringing up all these things about the church, like, well, did you know this? Like, what do you think about polygamy? Asking them like really hard-hitting questions where they're just like, feeling super uncomfortable. And then he basically has 2 doors in his house and he's like, you can go, you can leave through one of these doors, disbelief or belief. And so one of the sisters is like, oh, yep, you proved us wrong. Like, okay, we're ready to go through the disbelief door. And basically the thing like, is either way, he's not letting them go. Yeah. So it doesn't really matter. So then they end up choosing the belief door because they're like, well, yeah, we still believe in God. So like, we're going to choose the belief door. But then they're just going through this freaking fun house of terrifying things. And he's just like questioning them. And then
that's terrifying.
He, like, one part that I thought was interesting was he was like, you know, questioning them about their faith. And then he's like, so do you still believe that I have a wife in the other room? Like, even though all the evidence points to that she doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And the point of it being like, so you believe in things that, you know, that's what faith and religion is you believe in things that you have no evidence of technically.
Yeah.
And so it's all like a metaphor. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, so you believed that I had a wife in the other room? Like, look, that I left that candle for you. I did this. Like, so why do you still actually believe that she's in the other room? And they're like, no. And then he's basically using that as like, so why do you believe in this and this and this if you've never seen it? Like, it's just like, it's so.
Yeah.
I feel like also if you're
sir, this is a Wendy's.
I know, literally, we're tired. Can we just go to sleep? Anyway, but it is thought provoking, and I think it could send people into like existential dread, but
yeah,
I think it didn't do that for me. Like, I just thought it was very interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of the age-old question of like, if God's real, why doesn't he save you?
Yeah, and just
where it's like that's no one's answered that throughout the, entirety of life on this planet. So
exactly, the whole thing is kind of what's the point of life, and like, I had some thoughts.
I'm like, did it answer it?
I'm like, and we got it. I think for me, the whole theme of the movie was just like, believe things for yourself, not because someone else told you to believe it. That's kind of what I got from it. Was it's like, have your own experience and believe literally whatever you want, but believe it because you believe it, not because someone else had an experience that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, have your own thoughts, I guess, and how he says at one point, like, the one true religion is control. And he's just talking about how, like, he's telling them, like, you've been controlled on what you wear, what you do this, and like just trying to make them think.
Yeah.
But I also, like, the other takeaway that I had from it was like, you see what you want to see in life. Mm-hmm. Like, everyone has different experiences.
Your perception is your reality.
Yes. Yeah. And like your perspective, I feel like people who are in certain religions, like, they believe 100% that they are true. And like, I believe them. Do you know what I mean? Like, I believe that they believe they're true and that it's true for them. And it's like, but if you have a different perspective, then that's just your reality. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, you just see what you want to see. Like, she, in one point, this is kind of a spoiler, but sorry, this is the ending thing that I'll end on. At one point, one of the sisters is like, praying or something, and she's like, he's questioning her again or something, and she basically is like, I know praying doesn't work. Like, I've read studies that they have taken two like groups of people, one's been prayed for, one hasn't, the results are the same. Like, she was like, the results are conclusive, like, praying doesn't work. But literally hours prior, she's like trying to convert him, like, whatever. But it just shows that it's like, she was saying, but I still like to pray anyway because it's like a beautiful thing to do. And like, I like to think of someone else, not myself, and like stuff like that. And I was like, that's so interesting because she's almost like going through the, not like deconstruction process, but do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, she's the same girl that she was 3 hours ago when she was trying to convert him to the church. But deep down, she's like, I don't even really necessarily know if praying works, but I'm just going to do it anyway. Because like, again, like, I think having a belief is beautiful. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, I think that there were a lot of really good themes.
Yeah. That's interesting. Okay, well, I want to see it.
Yeah. It's really good. It's scary though. It really is. Ooh, there was one part I'm like, oh, did we need to do that? Okay. Like, it was giving jump scare.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I thought it was really good.
Wow. I need to see it.
That was my movie update. We can get into the gift stuff. I feel like
I'm ready. I'm like, I'm sad.
Literally. The meaning of life, existential dread.
I'm like, gifts.
Gifts, what's
stuff?
The use?
What about stuff, you guys?
What's the use?
Yeah. Interesting.
Sorry,
I need to see it.
Do you have anything else that you want to talk about?
Well, just one little tiny thing. And that is, we have to talk about the fact that Kendall Jenner is now copying me as well. She got bored. You weren't putting out enough content for her, so she's like, okay, what next?
Well, and I
did the red. I
haven't been switching it up enough recently. Like, and also
the blonde was a cry for help. Like,
she was trying
show
to
me
figure
the
out
way,
and
you didn't do it, and so she just she saw me tagged in your stuff, and she's like, that's cute. That's cute.
100%.
I'll chop my hair.
Yeah, we've switched.
And I am the first ever brunette to cut my hair, so
yeah,
obviously.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, wearing a similar outfit.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the next development. Truly.
Yeah. I was saying, unfortunately, I do copy her a lot. Like, if I could think of any examples, it would be she had that vibe first and I copied her,
But again, you see what you want to see in life.
Yeah. Exactly.
Very important to remember.
And she only sees the Valley Girls.
And she only sees us on her feed.
Yeah, and in her rearview mirror.
Yeah.
Great horror film. We will get you.
I have spoken to 2 people recently who have had personal connections, like with Kendall. And they've all known about the controversy.
Yeah, she knows.
And I'm just like, when is she going to reach out? We'll see. Stay tuned.
Don't be shy, Kendall. Like,
Don't
we
be shy,
could
it's fine.
bring another chair right here, and you would fit
Literally,
perfectly.
you can sit right here.
And you could dye your hair half red and half chopped.
Has half a bob and half red hair.
That's all my.
Do you think we'll ever meet her? I honestly believe we will.
Really?
I really do.
Okay, sure.
I believe that I will meet her at some point.
I was
in my
gonna say,
life.
I believe maybe you will meet her. We is like, what situation would that be?
We're
One of
package
our
deal.
live shows.
Imagine she's a guest.
Yeah.
No, I just believe that it will.
I mean, I
happen
would
at
love
some
to be
point.
there.
Yeah.
I'll film a TikTok. But yeah, sure. I'll reach for the stars. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
I think
be on
so.
the next step. Let's take it a step further.
We'll be on the Kardashians.
Yeah. We
Is
will
there-
have our own
is
show
there-
competing with the Kardashians.
There's not a season out right now, right?
Who cares?
If there is, so real. You're so real for that. By the way, they're kind of like they're quiet.
They're in their slow era.
Yeah. I haven't been seeing much, but I swear I just saw someone saying like, "Oh, watching the Kardashians," and I was like, "They're new." I think it was maybe an old season.
Yeah, I
because
don't
I'm
think
like,
so.
this isn't the time frame usually that they come out with them. But anyway, let's get into these gifts, y'all.
Yeah.
Why don't you start
Or
us off?
the concepts of a gift.
Yeah.
Well, we just wanted to talk about like the art of gift giving. At least that's how I think of it. And, I've gone through different phases, and even, don't go back in the archives and see what we've said about gift giving in the past, because I do feel like I've flip-flopped on a couple things. Like, maybe not. Maybe I'm remembering wrong, but I'm going back to my core values of gift giving.
Love it. Which are what?
Which are, I'm like, spend as much money as possible. No. My first core value of gift giving is the thoughtfulness that goes into the actual, getting the gift and coming up with the idea is the biggest part of the gift. That is the most beautiful part of the gift for me. So I don't like asking people what they want. I very rarely ask people what they want unless I know there's someone who really
Likes that.
Yeah, likes that and is like, does not like surprises, does not like, only likes what they need.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine, but that's not how I roll. So I do not like asking people what they want. I think a letter to Santa is perfect, but I'm saying like asking everyone on your list, like, hey, what do you want? What do you want? Send me your list. Like, what do you want? What do you want? Then you have all the answers and then you're just fetching it for them pretty much.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's not as thoughtful.
Yeah, which I think the art of gift giving is thinking about them, having them hold space in your mind for a while, like looking back through things that you guys have talked about, things that they've mentioned, looking at we've talked about like their routine, like their daily routine. Do they like running? Do they like going to the gym? Do they like horseback riding? Do they like golf? What do they like to do, and what can elevate their experience? What's something
What are they like trying to get into? Like they've been talking about how they want to start cooking more, or they want to start sourdough, or like baking or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thinking about something they've mentioned. I feel like you said that a year or two, maybe a few years ago, about the routine thing. And I really do think that is so important, is to like think about someone's routine and what they would actually utilize, and something that's a good way to be thoughtful.
Yeah. Because it shows that you know them. It shows them, like, gift giving is one of the love languages, I think, because of that. It's not like just the exchanging of goods.
Yeah.
It's not bartering with each other. It's like, this is how I'm showing you that I see you, that I know you, that I'm thinking about you. Which I think, just for me, gift giving has always been one of my love languages that I give and receive, but mostly like one that I show people. Like ever since I was little, whatever I can, find or gather, how much money, it doesn't matter, but to give somebody, to show them like, oh, I've been thinking about you, and I know you and I see you. So I think that is my first rule. That's personally, you don't have to, take that. But I do think that it challenges you a little bit and it makes the experience a little more special in my mind. Like, okay, I can't wait for this little treasure hunt of looking for all of the people that I love and care about and finding something that reminds me of them or that I think that they'll like.
Yeah. You are a great gift giver.
Thank you. And when I haven't been is when I lose that. I think it was either last year or the year before. I kind of got into this, like, I don't know.
Spending money or what?
Not necessarily spending money, but being like, I'm just going to get people what they want. Like, I don't want to waste time. Like, let me just get a list of what people want, and then I'll just, get them what they want, get them what they need. Mm-hmm. And it took the joy out of it. And I saw this. Oh, wait, I think I screenshotted it. Hold on. Okay, so I have this screenshot. It's not necessarily a quote, just a little tidbit. So gift giving may do more psychologically for the gift giver than the receiver. So while it is, while people do think that the holidays like maybe become very materialistic, it behooves us as a society to take a step back. When we don't allow others to give us gifts, we rob them of the opportunity to think about us and the things that we like and act that strengthens bonds and relationships. And I love that. And that's something that Nick said to me, like when we were dating. He also is like, he wants to do acts of service, but sometimes that includes like getting you a drink or getting you something.
Yeah.
And I would be like, no, like I don't want that. Don't do that for me. And he'd be like, you need to like allow people to help you, allow people to serve you, because it's also giving them, an opportunity to do something nice. And it's not just, it's not just, oh, I need help. Thank you for this. Like, see you later. It's an
exchange.
It's
like
an experience
too.
Exactly. Yeah. It's an experience for both of you. And it is, fun to let somebody else also like think for you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, give me a gift. Like, I don't know, surprise me and be open to it,
Yeah.
Which I think is fun. And I think it makes the holidays less stressful. Like, it's still a lot to do, but it's fun chaos. It's fun, like a fun, exciting treasure hunt.
Yeah. It is a lot of work to get everyone on your list gifts and stuff. But as far as a tangible tip, I feel like I will make a notes app list in my phone of like, here are all the people I need to get gifts for this year, just so I don't forget about someone or I don't know. And I'll just kind of start brainstorming ideas throughout, like in the months leading up to Christmas. I have notoriously been a procrastinator when it comes to gifts, and I don't even start until December, like always. I don't even look. Sometimes during Black Friday, I'm like, oh, wait, that would be a good gift. Like, let me, grab that. But can we talk about how Black Friday soon is going to be starting in July?
Yeah, no.
Because I can't with the pre Black Friday deals. Yeah. I'm like, girl.
Early Black Friday.
Early bird Black Friday.
Black Friday means nothing now.
No.
It's like, it goes on the whole weekend. No one just does Friday is all the deals.
No. So. And then Cyber Monday, I'm just like, I can't keep up. But
Small Business Tuesday, like it's
thing after thing. Anyway, this year I started brainstorming at the very least a lot earlier. Like in October, I was like, okay, what am I doing here? Like, who am I getting gifts for? What are my ideas? I still haven't secured like a lot of my gifts that I need to get. But hopefully once this is up, I'll have even more done. But anyway, my point is like, if you're just someone who needs, like, if you're feeling overwhelmed by just all the gifts you have to get and stuff, I think writing down some ideas is really helpful. And then something that I've been loving doing is thrifting and like going to whether it's a straight up thrift store, vintage store, consignment store, and looking around for things that I think my friends or my family, like someone I know would like. And I feel like maybe this is the stage of life we're in where it's like our friends have homes to decorate and things like that. But I'm like, I really like looking around for like a coffee table book that I feel like someone would appreciate, or like a small piece of art that I'm like, oh, that looks so much like them. And I feel like that's a very thoughtful gift because it's one of a kind. I mean, maybe not if it's a coffee table book or something, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like not everyone's going to have that, and it's special, and it's something that you thought of for them. It's not just something you like bought on Amazon. Not that that's a bad thing. Like, that's fine too. But that was one tip I had that I've been doing more recently. I feel like in years past, I wouldn't do that as much. Like thrift for a gift. I would more just like go online and see what I thought would be best. And it does depend on your friends and what stage of life they're in and like what specifically you're looking for. But I do think that can be a good little tip.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's good too, like you said, to start earlier, even just the ideas, like write down everybody and write down a couple ideas, even things that they just like to do. Like, start with a rough draft. And then as you're going through life for the next month or two and you see Instagram ads or you see, you go to shops or you go, thrifting or whatever, then you already have it on your mind and you're not scrambling at the last minute and you go, because if you wait till last minute, the problem is part of the magic is gone because you have to just run to a store and get it quick. You're like, oh, shipping's too. It puts you in a state of pressure and it's not fun anymore. No. It's not like, oh, I'm looking for, something meaningful to get someone that has a lot of thought into it. And again, that kind of just turns into like the barter system where it's like, now we're both just spending about the same amount of money for something we need.
Yeah.
Why did we buy it for each other? It's like, yeah, I guess that's okay. But at the same time, it's like, I don't think it should be a way. Again, this is just maybe a controversial opinion. Like, I don't think it should be, we're just trying to all get each other our needs. You know what I mean? It's like,
I know what you mean.
Let's try and maybe for like your immediate family or something, like maybe your mom gets you socks, everyone.
Yeah.
You need it. It's fun. But
I do think it depends on the person and the situation, but I'd say for the most part, like I think money aside, it's like you said, there's really no dollar amount. Like you can be really thoughtful with a gift for very little money.
Yes. And sometimes you should never let lack of money stop you from getting something intentional. Actually, if anything, it drives you to be even more intentional and more thoughtful and put more time into it because you have to be, a little more creative.
Like you could literally home make a frame or something and print out a photo for like $1.
Yes.
And
like go to Goodwill, get a frame, make it cute.
Yeah. Yeah. And print out a photo of you and your best friend and for their apartment. Like that is a cuter gift and literally $2.
Yeah.
I agree. It's like, it's not an excuse to not, if anything, if you do have a smaller budget, it's like, okay, how do I make this work? And it's kind of like a fun little challenge and you can be more creative.
Yeah. And they might not, again, it's not about them being like, well, now I can use this forever. Like, if it is your dad needs, a tool, it's like, okay, if he's like, hey, will you get me this tool for Christmas? You're like, yeah, I'll go to Home Depot and buy that tool. And then you like wrap it and give it to him. It's like, that is special still. That's cute.
That's sweet.
But at the same time, it's more special if you know that he needs that tool. You go out and get one and you have it like, you find a special, you go to Goodwill and you find it or something like that.
Right.
And it's cool because it has a blue handle or something like that. And that's his favorite color. Like those little details make a gift so much better and so memorable that even if he doesn't like that wrench that you got him, like even if it actually is the wrong wrench, he will keep it forever and it'll make him feel so happy every time he sees it.
Yeah.
That's why I feel even if it's like, I would rather have Nick go buy me like a shirt or a sweatshirt or something that he picks that he thinks looks like me than me have him send the exact link of, oh, I've been wanting this sweatshirt. Can you buy this?
Right.
Which I've done before. Don't get me wrong. But
it also depends on what stage of life you're in. Like if there is something you've been eyeing forever that you're like, this is like really what I want for Christmas. It's like, that's totally fine. But I think like these smaller gifts, like I don't really think that's what we're talking about in this episode is like the big ticket gift. Like I feel like we're more referring to smaller gifts or more thoughtful things that you can do in addition to those or instead of or for your friends or things like that.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that, last year for Christmas, the reason I was saying I think the last couple of years maybe I haven't been on my grind, I haven't been my best giving self is it was a little more of like the barter system for me where I don't know why I keep saying barter system. It's like a little more of just like the exchange of it. And Nick was so thoughtful last year and did what I was just saying where it was like he had things that I had mentioned or that I had talked about and he went out and got them. And I was like, first of all, feeling I'm like, okay, you ate me up. And you ate me up and left me in the dust. And I'm feeling very insecure now about my gift giving abilities. But it just reminded me, I'm like, this is so like, this is Christmas. This is like the point of the holidays. And I also think it can feel very materialistic, like the holidays, because it's like sales, get this, get them, this whole pack, like spend money.
Yeah.
which, you know, you have to do sometimes to get gifts and all that stuff. But I was Googling like, okay, let's get down to the nitty gritty of giving gifts. Like, is it materialistic to be so concerned with gifts? Because sometimes that's how I feel. Like, when saying giving gifts is my love language, you feel like, okay, so I'm bougie. Like, I want stuff.
Yeah.
But it had some little points I liked. So first of all, it has like religious significance, obviously, Christmas. Like the 3 wise men brought baby Jesus, the whatever, the gifts of, I'm like, the whatever, the gold, frankincense,
Gold, whatever else.
You know, so it's symbolic, obviously, but there are other things like expressing love. Gifts are a way to show love, respect, and admiration. They can demonstrate like selflessness. So philosophers like Seneca, and I don't know how to say this name, I'm not even going to pretend, considered gift giving to be the best way to show selflessness. Gift giving can create a cycle of mutual responsibilities and reciprocal relationships. So it cultivates human connection as well. Like animals gift, like chimpanzees will give each other food, like to each other. And it expresses delight. So some psychologists have observed that giving gifts can produce an intrinsic delight or warm glow. So
That's
it literally
sweet.
makes you feel nice and warm and, you know, glowy on the inside. And that's what I'm trying to remember this year. I actually just went to a flea market. And I had that thought of like, okay, I have some people that I think I could buy for here. And I'm just going to wait to see. Like, I have some ideas, but we'll see. Maybe something will stand out. And there was like a couple things that I was like, oh my gosh, especially for Case, because they had like such cool little toys and like little stocking stuffers where, you know, your kids you have to buy more for than other people. Where it's like, okay, wow, now I have to really like do this or help Santa do the stockings, you know, all that stuff. And they just had the coolest little things where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so special. And he probably, like all toys with kids specifically, especially if they're opening multiple, it's like they're not really going to be like, this toy I'm going to use for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Like, how
More of
many
a
times
special
does that
little
happen?
moment.
Yeah, where it's like you ask for a gift when you're little. You're like, I want this doll. And then you play for it like a week. You play with it for a week. So anyways, I was looking for some things and it was just making me feel happy. It was making me feel love towards them when I'm thinking of them so much. So, yeah, that's my little spiel about that. But we also kind of wanted to talk about the aesthetics of gift giving, you know, curating a gifting.
A big part of it.
Moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're good at that as well. Like the gift wrapping. Yes, you are.
Really? That's a shock to hear. I haven't in years past, but this year it's over for you, hoes.
Yeah.
I've been planning, I've been prepping, I've been scheming.
Oh,
However,
nice.
normally I'm shocked you would say that.
No, because I'm always like, did Jilly wrap this? And you're like, no, I did.
Yeah, you're right. And literally every time I've given Chelsey gifts, she's like, oh, did Jill wrap this? I'm like, no, I did.
Lives in a different state. Like,
But one of the times she did, I forgot what one it was.
I'm
I'm dead. It was like for your baby shower or something because we were in Arizona
yeah.
and she had wrapped your gift or something. You're like, did Jilly wrap this? I was like, unfortunately, yes.
You know,
she
I
did.
can tell by the creases. That's why.
I know.
It's
My
really
mom's a
not
really good
necessarily
gift
like
wrapper.
yeah, it's like she's good at the actual. It's very hard to wrap a present really crisply.
Yeah, it is. It takes a lot of time and effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do feel like the gift wrapping is a big part of it. My mom has always been so good at that. And, you know, she has, my mom has left a very high, unattainable standard for me. It's awesome to look up to her, but I'm like, now that I'm a mom, I'm just like, wow, you really went all out in so many aspects of our life for, and it's not even, again, it's not money. It's like time and intentionality and effort, truly. Like all of my birthday gifts were just homemade scrapbook card with my name cut out and like just so, oh my gosh, I just went through when I was in Arizona, I went through like this memory box that I have and it was some of my birthday invitations that my mom had homemade. And then she had homemade thank you cards to all my friends that were like, thank you for the gift or whatever. And it was like a sleeve that had another paper in it that you pull out and like it was all, oh my gosh, sewn. It had like sewn stitching on it and custom for every single girl at my party. with the theme that the party was. I was just like,
wow.
How did you have the time, mama? Yeah. Like, I'm shocked. Anyway, that was just a shout out to my mommy. But yeah, she's been always so great about that. And that does stick out as a core memory for me.
Yeah.
Like anytime I was opening gifts, and still even now, like even since I've been married, when she flies to my house for something, she'll bring like, oh, this is what I got you for Valentine's Day. And it's like a red sparkly heart and you open it and it has a J on it. Like, that's just how she is.
Yeah.
And it's such, not saying you have to be like that to like be thoughtful, but it is so thoughtful because it's like you took time doing that. You didn't get me a gift card from Amazon and you didn't just print out a tag. Like you made that.
Yeah.
And it does make you feel loved.
Yes, it does. It's like half the experience is literally like the wrapping. Again, it doesn't have to be super expensive or anything. It just has to be thought out or thoughtful or even funny. Like, it could be funny too. You can use like a page of a book, or, you know.
You can even use like craft paper, but then you can like draw on it.
Yeah, or wrinkle it up, make it look cute. You can find vintage ribbon like at a thrift store, or Etsy is so great for wrapping. I found such cute wrapping, like vintage Christmas wrapping or ribbons or frayed ribbons.
Yeah,
from
ribbons
Etsy.
are cute at
They
Etsy.
have great stuff.
They have a lot.
And also it's fun as, you know, we're getting into our ancient years to have like your own. It's like the Kardashian Christmas where they all have their own wrapping. Like, that is how I feel. I want to have like every year I try and have my own theme where I'm like, okay, I'm going to get this wrapping. I'm going to have this ribbon is going to be super fun. I'm going to put like these little pictures on there or whatever. And I will say, everyone says this about having kids, but the holidays are so magic with little kids, especially now that Case is getting like old enough to understand. Obviously, when they're babies, it's also fun and special in its own way. But when they can understand and they see and they appreciate and they love opening up gifts and they love, you know, the trees and the lights, it's just makes me want to bawl my eyes out.
It is so sweet.
And it makes it fun to be like, okay, you know, my effort is going to be a little bit more
You're just naturally, it's going to go up a little bit, your desire and your effort.
Because they're not just like sitting there like, yay, baby, you know.
I will say I didn't even think about, well, I did a little bit. I have been thinking about like presents for Benny, but I literally had the thought, I'm like, I'm not even going to wrap these. Like, what would be the point? And sometimes I'm like, okay, I need to get out of my logical brain and just be like a cute mom. Yeah. Because one of our friends recently asked her, like, is Jaci more emotional or logical? Like, to Leif.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I'd say a mix, but leaning towards logical. And I was just thinking about how with that, it's like, okay, I could like wrap all these presents and take all this time to like make it so cute for Benny. But I'm like, she is only a few months old. Like, she does not know about that. But I feel like most people would be like, but that's cute and sweet. But I'm like, but literally she doesn't know about it. So why would I take the time? But I'm like, I need to just be cute.
Yeah. And also something I have to remind Nick about with those like logical thoughts is, you know, it's for you as well. It's like the memories, you know, because it's easy to be like, the kids won't remember.
Yeah.
But not necessarily for that.
Once they get like Case's age, I get it.
Yeah.
But I feel like for her, it's literally like you literally are going to have no recollection of this.
Yeah, no, definitely. But
you guys, I have gone from questioning Chelsey about the loafers and being like, I would never, to no joke, I wear them every single day. I knew this would happen. You guys know I'm always a little late to the shoe trends, but I love a slip-on loafer right now. And I just got some cream ones from Nine West. They have like a little gold feature on them, like a little gold clasp, and they're slip-on loafers. They're super comfy and just so cute with like jeans and a sweater. I feel like they just elevate things so much. I normally would wear like sneakers if I was wearing jeans and a sweater, which don't get me wrong, that's so cute. But I feel like putting a loafer on or like a pointed toe heel elevates things so much and just takes your outfit up a notch for sure. So Nine West is a brand that inspires women everywhere to take on the world in style. It's on trend, affordable, and they make shopping trends easier with their Need It Now edit, which is also known as the 9 edit. And it's a curated roundup of the hottest trends you've been eyeing, from city streets to office meets to holiday events.
You know what? Thank you so much for validating me. That always feels so great for something I've been saying for so long now. And now that you guys can listen up and go to Nine West, you can shop their trends. It's so easy. And they have such cute shoes. So if you're looking to elevate your wardrobe this season for the winter months or for the holidays, definitely check out Nine West. So take 9 West from 9 to 9 with styles that are perfect for the office and a night on the town. Visit 9west.com and use the code What We Said at checkout for 15% off your purchase. That's NINEWEST.com and use the code What We Said for 15% off your order. That is 9west.com, code What We Said. One of my most favorite items, and honestly would be a great gift, is the Viral Hydro Jug Traveler. It's a bottle that is completely leak-proof. Cup, bottle, I don't know exactly what to call it. It's both, and it's amazing. I have it in multiple colors. Nick uses one. I use one. Case has a little mini one. That is so cute. They are the perfect cup, and honestly, I already was using one, and I think I have a white one. I have a blue one. I have a yellow one and a brown one. And I was using my blue one, and then I saw that Kylie Jenner was using her white one, and I got out my white one, and I said, you know what, sis, you're right. I'm going to be using my white one just like you. I was influenced. They're so good. There's something that's unique about the Traveler compared to other bottles. Like it is the circular flip straw. So it's more hygienic than other bottles because you can flip the straw down and it doesn't have to touch anything besides your lips. So you don't have to worry about germs getting on it or, having it fall and the straw touches the ground and then it's disgusting. It really is superior.
Their lid is also clear so you can see your hydration progress throughout the day. It will keep your drinks cold all day. It's cup holder friendly. This part is really, heavy on this part. I love cups like this, but if they do not fit in the cup holder of my car or, if you go to the gym and you want to put it in like a treadmill or something like that, it is truly so annoying if it doesn't fit. So this is a game changer. These are the perfect gifts for Christmas. You can check out their upcoming Black Friday releases on November 28th. So get your Hydro Jug Traveler at www.thehydrojug.com. Use code What We Said to get 10% off your order. Hydro Jugs are game changers for anyone on the go. Again, use code What We Said at www.thehydrojug.com to get 10% off and start hydrating.
What was I just saying?
Sorry, I cut
no,
you off.
it's fine. Oh, like taking them to Disneyland before they have memories.
Mm-hmm.
Like even Case, I don't think he'll remember anything that's happening right now for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just now starting to retain some memories, which is wow. Okay,
yeah.
Pressure. Before you're like, they won't remember this when they're older. But like, oh, why would you take your kids to Disneyland before they can remember? Like, why would you take your kids on a trip if they can't remember? Like, why would you do this for this experience when they're not going to remember that? But I always tell them, like, but it's your life too. Like, these are your memories as well. You will remember it though. They won't remember it, but you will. You will have this really special memory of like their eyes lighting up when they see, these fireworks for the first time, or you'll have these memories of, not to guilt you, but seeing her dressed up in her Christmas outfit around the decorated Christmas
I know.
trees.
I think
I'm just kidding. You don't have to do that. I'm just saying.
I guess this is also a logical thought, but I'm like, also it's laying the groundwork though for the future because I'm like, you shouldn't just do things. Yeah, no. In the way that I do want to put effort into her holidays, and I do want to always, like, even for Halloween, I considered not dressing up early because I'm like, she's so tiny. It's like, but I'm like, no, that would be cute, and like I want to lay the groundwork where it's like every year we dress up or like we dress you up and whatever. And so even for holidays, it's like, okay, I don't want to just wait until it's like, okay, when are you going to notice that I'm putting in effort? Now I will. It's like, well, let's lay the groundwork now and I'll start getting accustomed to wrapping presents for you and like making these special holiday memories for us as a family. And then it's only going to continue to grow instead of like, we'll wait till she's 4 or 5 and then we'll start doing fun stuff. It's like, might as well just start now.
Yeah, it's true.
So I get that.
And also maybe it's like what you find fun too, because maybe if you don't find it fun, it's like, well, then what's the point?
Of like
at this point, she will
stuff?
remember I don't even like it. You know? I'm not saying you don't, but just in general with like certain things, it's like, if you're not enjoying it and if it's stressful for everyone and it's not a fun memory for you, then and they're not going to remember it. What's the point? Because I was going to say, I bet if you ask your mom about like those birthday invites and stuff, I bet she would be like, I loved doing that too. Like it's for you, but it's also for me. Like I loved doing this for you to show you that,
Yeah.
It's my way of using my talent to
definitely
make it a moment. But I'm excited to see your rapping this year.
I shouldn't have built it up so much. No, I'm just like, I want to wrap them cute and like have a kind of somewhat of a theme.
Well, now you're in your house for Christmas, like your first house. Well, like and that you've literally decorated and designed to the gods. So
I will say it is so fun and like a little bit more gratifying to even decorate things in there. Like I have a Christmas candle and I'm just like, all of it is just feeling I don't know.
Yeah,
It's feeling elevated and cozy for sure.
When you buy like Christmas decorations now, it's like, well, I'm going to be able to use, I know I'm going to be able to use these for the next couple of years at least.
Exactly.
Instead of like, hopefully I can use these later.
I know.
So fun.
It is really fun. And I'm definitely feeling, I just think in general, Leif and I are both feeling a lot more like this Christmas is more magical, even just having her, even though she doesn't know anything. Like we were at this Christmas store in Arizona and we're like, why are we giddy? And like, why do we want to buy her all these Christmas books? Because it's just like so sweet. And like a little beanie with a candy cane on it that I got for her. Like I'm definitely feeling more festive because it's like I'm thinking about someone other than I guess myself, which is nice. Yeah. So
no, it's fun.
It is fun.
And it has like that magic back to it where it's, kids at Christmas in general, even if it's not your kid, it's like just your nieces and nephews or your kids in general, like the magic they have and the light in their eyes around Christmas time. Sweet. It just reminds you of like how you felt around Christmas time. So you're just feeling extra happy.
I think that a theme is really nice for presents in general, whether I'm talking about like or wallpaper, wrapping paper.
And I want that as well.
Yeah. I've been in home renovation mode. Let me tell you that much. But yeah, if like in the wrapping, sure, but also just like a theme for a present for someone. I think if you have a friend who is into fitness, like doing a little fitness theme or like self-care, theme, or like I said, if your friend's like been talking so much about how she wants to get into baking, like a cute baking dish with like a personalized apron and like making it a little set. I think that's easier, I guess, for my brain to be like, okay, let's like accumulate items that all kind of have this certain theme and vibe to them. That way I'm not just, which you could buy a bunch of random stuff too, it doesn't matter, or just one random thing. But I think that is nice to kind of think about what someone does or what someone likes and then go all in on like a little set or
different items. Kit almost. Yeah. I remember for Abby's birthday a couple years ago, I did like a little matcha theme. Because she wanted to be making matchas at home. So I got the little whisk and like a little matcha bowl, and I got her like a little tin of my favorite matcha that I get. And I feel like I love getting gifts like those where it's like, like a little theme, a little kit. Like you could do like a sourdough starter if someone wants to do sourdough, and like a book about about sourdough.
I love that.
It's like I got you like a bunny themed gift for.
I love Bunny Roo. It's my favorite book. A gun behind my head. I'm like, I read it to Benny every night.
I wonder if that's like a popular book.
I don't know.
I wonder if anyone else has ever read that book. I need to like look it up.
I don't know either. I know. What if it's just like so popular and a world renowned?
Yeah. I also remembered after we were talking about it that I call Case Caseroo. So that's why I was like, oh, Bunny Roo. Like it's like a cute like little nickname.
No, it is so cute.
Me trying to justify. I'm like, I swear I had
not
other intentions.
Having almost 4,000 reviews and they're all good. Literally has like the best reviews. Oh, that's not the same book. Oh, Bunny Roo. I got a dupe too. No, you got the dupe. You got the sequel, actually. I think.
Oh, really?
That's maybe why it doesn't make sense.
Oh, you don't know because
I don't know the context of Bunny Roo.
Interesting.
Yeah, okay. We're not getting into this Bunny Roo conversation again, but it does have like 2,000 reviews on. Wow. Or I'm sorry, the original has like 2,000 reviews, but this one only has like 100 something.
Oh, okay.
So it's smaller. Anyway, it is very cute.
But yeah, I agree that like a little theme. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. The little theme is cute.
Yeah, the theme is cute, and you can go in so many different directions for that.
Like a little coffee theme.
Yep. That is really cute if you have a friend who's like a drink girly, whether it's coffee, matcha, mocktail, cocktail, like to do a little set of like a cute glass, which I will stand by for the rest of my life, that thrifting glasses is the way to go. Like you can find such cute, I've found so many cute glasses, like literal martini glasses that have like curved, just really fun, different glasses. And I've gotten them all they're like $1 from thrift stores. So I feel like that's a really cute one. If you did get someone like a cute glass and then whatever type of drink they're into, like a little set or kit for them.
Yeah.
A plant with even a book about potentially like house plants and a little, whatever. Just a set is so cute.
Yeah. That was another little point I was going to talk about is giving extended experiences where it's like a plant where, it is maybe a chore. You just gave them another chore to do. But it's fun to have them be able to, I'm like, get into the gift, really give it some effort. But it's fun to have something that they can continue doing and continue thinking about, and like a plant or the sourdough starter, where it's like something to get them into something, or something to continue something they're already doing. Like if they are, a reader, and you get them like cute blue light glasses and like a little bookmark or something like that. And again, it can be like, I cannot emphasize this enough. It does not have to be expensive. Like you can find the cheapest, most thoughtful, unique things, but you just have to look. It just takes time. What you lack in money, if you are like looking for a gift, whatever you're lacking in budget and you feel like, oh dang, you have to make up for it in intention in order for you to feel satisfied. But kind of, it's like, if you want to, that's how I feel at least. It's like, okay, if I'm going to put this budget on, these gifts, especially if I'm feeling like, okay, I got to cut down on the budget, then I have to really put some extra thought into it. And it's fun. It's a fun challenge. Sometimes it's better, like, it's worse if you have a big budget to buy, because then you're just like, oh, I'll just get him. That's nice. So I'll get him that. Then it's like, it's a classic age-old, or
the age-old idiom, champing at the bit. You're champing at the bit to get them a good gift, to spend as much money as possible.
Literally. Anyways, you know what I mean, guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Thank you.
What did I want to say about the gift thing? Shoot. Well, I wrote down some thoughts, so let me go back to it.
Also, if you have nothing, if you have no materialistic things at all to give them, notes are always, or letters, always hit.
So true.
Always hit.
One year, Leif's brother gave us all letters of just like, he just wrote us all like 1-page letter about just like things he admired about each of us. Still think about it today.
Yeah.
I literally sob. Like, it was so sweet and thoughtful. And I'm like, I would remember that 1,000 times more than I'd remember like an Amazon gift card.
Yeah.
And that was free.
Yes.
So I agree with that. And I was going to say also experiences, which could be more expensive, but I always think that an experience is a really nice gift. Like for a partner, if you want to go to a concert or on a trip, or
like a lesson of some kind,
like going to a pottery class or a cooking class, or if they, like, I got Leif, which I got him this, the weather was bad, it got canceled, so I'm going to be re-gifting him this year. But it was like a little going on like a flight with a pilot on like a small plane, because he was super interested in potentially like going to flight school. But like things like that where it's an experience, those things I guess can be more
just
pricey.
Reminded me, I never used my horseback riding gift because I
forgot about that.
I was going to do it, and then I got pregnant, and then here I am.
Wait, that was before you got pregnant?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was 1,000,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
No,
I thought that was
the second time.
Yeah. No, I know, but still. Oh, I guess, I guess that wasn't that long ago, but geez.
Yeah, it was like for 2 birthdays ago.
Yeah, I think, I almost said I agree. I think an experience, I was the one who came up with it, or who said it
like,
first.
That's the best idea I've heard all day.
You finally ate with something you said. Yeah, I think experiences are just always, even like a massage can never go wrong.
My mom always gets us massages. It's so nice. I look forward to it.
Nice. Anything like that, I think, is just a really great gift where you really can't go wrong.
Yeah, or a subscription even, like to masterclass, or my brother got me one because I always complain because they always want to game with me, and I only have an Xbox and I don't have a PC, and I only have a Mac, which is different than a PC apparently.
Apparently.
I didn't know when I first. I'm like, oh, my computer, right? Like I can play. They're like, that is not the same thing. Anyways, he got me a subscription to something that allowed me to play like certain games with them. So then like that was such a nice gift.
Yeah. That's cute.
Things like that.
Things of that nature.
I hope you guys don't feel like we're literally like explaining the most
dumbest
simple thing to you guys, like in a condescending way.
You had when you were 12. You're like, cool.
This is just a reminder. It's just a reminder to talk about it. It feels good. You know, here's another thing. I'm like, you bitches listen.
And you listen to me.
No, this is also a reminder for myself. I get sick of the same conversations like, okay, yeah, sure. Take care of your health. Eat good. Blah, blah, blah. Like, this is how you feel good. This is nice. This is, whatever. But the act of listening to it, even if it's the 100th time you've done it, makes you feel good in that moment. It's like taking an Advil, you know? It's like every time you do it, it feels good.
We're like, it's a Band-Aid over the... No,
I mean, like, it's going to work right then, you know?
Well, it's
even just listening to it.
Yes, it's a good reminder. Obviously, yeah, we all know it's obvious to be thoughtful and that it's a nice thing to do, but it's literally, I could hear a podcast say, you should go on a walk in the morning and get your eyes in the sunlight and be like, groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Because I haven't heard that today, and that's a good reminder.
Yeah,
so
and also
I stand by that.
And when they talk about why, like hearing why something's good, even something you've been doing every day of your life, it gives you a little extra motivation. Like, okay, yeah, actually, you know what? I just caught that fluff. Wow.
Caught the what?
I caught that fluff.
I think you said a fly. I'm like, now that's insane. Literally just like, got it.
Might as well.
No. I was actually flabbergasted.
Catch it in front of your face. I'm like, I got you.
So dumb. Ay.
I hope you can't see out my skirt this whole episode.
Let me see if I had anything else to round out with. All of that's the dumbest thing I've ever read, so I'm not going to go into it. But
think big. Think big, you guys.
Okay, a few things I'll end with that you've heard 300 times, but I think personalized gifts are obviously really great if you can get something monogrammed or, you know, embroidered with someone's name on it or whatever. And a few quick ideas that I think are always good for personalized gifts are, number one, a phone case with like someone's name on it or their initials or something. I think that's cute. Obviously, you have to know what kind of phone they have. A claw clip, like an MEJ claw clip with their name rhinestoned, I think is really cute and very useful. I feel like as girls, we're just like always wearing claw clips, whether you have short hair or long hair. I feel like it's a pretty, I don't know. I feel like most girls that I know would you actually use that. A name necklace is really cute. Getting their name on a necklace, what? We've heard it a million times. No. I said that.
No. I was going to say, and make sure they're able to use it. Like, goes back on what we were talking about at the beginning. Like, who cares if it's whatever? Like, make sure if they don't use it, it's pointless.
True. No, I'm just saying.
No, I was just literally making the dumbest joke on the planet.
It's a universally decent gift. I also think a luggage tag or like a passport holder are really cute gifts. And that could also, I mean, that's maybe... I was gonna say if you're giving someone a trip for Christmas, I think it's cute to give them a physical like a luggage tag or like a something that they really can utilize and then be like, oh, and we're going here. I think that's a really cute idea, but that's obviously for someone that's like really close in your life. Yeah. But aside from that, if you have someone who likes to travel, I just think that's a really good gift.
Yeah.
And then a few other universal gifts that I think absolutely anyone would like is like a soft blanket. Mm-hmm. Literally don't think you can go wrong. No, I think anyone on the planet would like a soft blanket. Simple gold jewelry. That's more for women, I guess for men too, but like, you know, really nice, like just little gold hoops or a gold chain. Like I think good quality gold jewelry goes a long way. I also think a fun card game or board game is a really cute gift. And that's something that you can again like pair with, I'm trying to think of what else, but just kind of like in a little set.
Like a little snack or something.
Yeah, like almost a little housewarming type of gift. But I wrote down a few of our favorite games. 5 Crowns, Kingdoms, Phase 10, Taboo, Connect 4. And then also, I've never played this or even really heard of it, but I screenshot it. I'm like, and my new game. No.
That would be iconic. We should make a game.
A Valley Girl game.
That'd be so fun.
That would be cute.
It's just a big circle. It's just no editing, no knowledge. Just
really similar to this podcast.
Yapping.
Yeah. No point to it. Nothing that you ever take away from it or learn, but just a fun time. Kind of like us.
Okay, sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, it's fine. Please do, because apparently I can't stop talking. But
I literally talked my head off. Like, you, please.
Where's my screenshot? This girl posted a TikTok. She was like, here are our favorite games. And I'm like, oh, that's a good. Okay. She said.
No, I have the giggles.
Oh, great. She said board games you need as an adult. And her number one recommendation was called Articulate or Articulate. I'm not sure which one, but have you heard of it? She said it's the go-to with a group of friends if you want to scream, laugh, and feel chaos. And I looked it up. It was just like, I think it was on Amazon, but now I'm on Bunny Roo Talk. No, I'm just kidding. It was my previous Google search. But that's apparently a fun game to play with people. I've never played it.
Fun.
Lastly, a nice candle, I think, is always a great gift. And that is where I'll close out.
Yeah, I think those are great.
Anything else?
I had a couple things
Giggle
written down,
monster?
but they're like, what? Giggle monster? Literally. Yeah, I had a couple things written down, but I don't think they're groundbreaking at all. So, no. But you can look on our Shop My page for some of these things that we mentioned, or all of these things that we mentioned. We'll have some.
We can put a few like
gifts.
gift ideas, cute things if you guys are interested. Are you doing any gift guides this year?
I really wanted to, but there's so many different directions to go. It's very overwhelming.
It is. I was gonna say
maybe I should just do one good one that's like people actually, because sometimes people are like, this is a gift guide for this. I'm like, have you ever met someone like that? Like, you are just making gift guides, just pulling them out of your ass at this point. Like,
this is a gift guide for, it's like so
it's
specific.
like the construction worker in your life. It's like, what? Why would I trust you about that,
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean. But I was going to say, after all of this, since we didn't really honestly give you that many great ideas, what you need to do is get on Gift Guide TikTok.
Yeah, you do.
I'm obsessed. It's so fun. I like to linger on those videos.
I know. I
look
like
at
the
more of
visuals.
them so that I just like to see them on my feed. But I feel like a lot of people have been doing gift guides on TikTok this year, and they're really good. It's like the gift guide for the girl who has everything. And it's like these really cute, personalized gifts off of Etsy shops and stuff that I'm like, oh, I would have never found that. So literally just type in like personalized gift guide for girls or something on TikTok and then start getting them in your algorithm. And they have so many great ideas.
Yeah.
Highly recommend. Okay, we're done yapping for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thanks for watching on YouTube and subscribing. We really appreciate all the love and support that we don't know if it happened, and we really hope it did, and that you guys don't hate it. We love you, and that's what we said. Bye.